crisis of Yemen is rooted in its demographics. 99% of the population is Muslim, which further comprises of 65% Sunnis and 35% Shias. Shia community mostly resides in northwest of Yemen, while Sunnis reside in southeast of Yemen. Houthi rebels is the strongest group of Shias which is currently at war with the coalition government. And there is a centuries-old rivalry between Shia-Sunni communities. This map shows demographic division of Yemen. The green portion in northwest is dominated by Shia community, while the yellow one in southeast is dominated by Sunni community. Before discussing the ongoing Yemen crisis, it is pertinent to shed light on its historical perspective. Saudi and US-backed Yemeni Arab Republic in north and USSR-backed Democratic Republic of Yemen were unified in 1990 with military person Ali Abdullah Saleh becoming the president. However, throughout all these years, separatist movement continued in south. And in aftermath of Arab Spring uprising, the long autocratic rule of Ali Abdullah Saleh was overthrown and his deputy Mansour Hadi became president in 2011. However, Houthi rebels were not satisfied with new president as they thought they were not given due representation in the government. So, they captured Sana'a in 2014. The president Mansour Hadi ran to Saudi Arabia and started running government in exile. Thus, in 2015, Yemen civil war started with Mansour Hadi running coalition government backed by Saudi Arabia and Houthi rebels allegedly backed by Iran, controlling the northwest. Meanwhile, Al-Qaeda also captured some of the areas in Yemen and they are fighting against the Houthi rebels. And this civil war is continued till date. This map shows who controls what in Yemen. The area in green, including the capital Sana'a, is run by Houthi rebels, while the area in brown is under control of coalition government, while the black area is under the control of Al-Qaeda. Iran is backing Houthi rebels, while Saudi Arabia is backing coalition government. In this way, Yemen civil war becomes a proxy war between Saudi Arabia and Iran. The armed conflict in Yemen has resulted in largest humanitarian crisis in the world. Parties to the conflict have killed and injured thousands of Yemeni civilians. According to the Yemen Data Project, more than 18,000 civilians were killed and injured since 2015, and a quarter of civilians killed in air raids were women and children. Moreover, more than 20 million people in Yemen are experiencing food insecurity and 10 million of them are at the risk of famine. Now we will see the impact of this crisis on Yemeni children. Children continue to be killed and maimed in the conflict. Around 2 million children under the age of 5 require treatment and they are suffering from malnutrition. The closure and damage of schools and hospitals has disrupted access to education and health services, leaving children even more vulnerable. Before COVID-19, 2 million children were out of school and the situation in the wake of the pandemic is much worse now. This data of UNICEF displays a grim picture of situation of children in Yemen. At least 12.2 million children need humanitarian assistance, 2 million children are out of school, and 2 million children are suffering from malnutrition. And like children, women are also facing the brunt of this crisis. Women, like men, have also faced torture, sexual violence during detention. At least 12 such cases have been reported. And the victims of sexual violence in Yemen are highly stigmatized, meaning vast unreporting is likely. And according to a UN report, there has been 63% increase in violence against women since the escalation of conflict. COVID-19 pandemic has hit Yemen the hardest and the impact of coronavirus on Yemen will be devastating after years of civil war. Half of the health facilities has been destroyed by 5 years of the conflict. More than 25 million Yemenis, about 80% of the population need assistance. And at this pace, Yemen is going to be deleted from the map of the world if there is no help from the world. And if we talk about international response to the ongoing crisis, we are left at dismay. Everyone wants peace and negotiation, but no one is ready to break the ice. Now we will see what role Pakistan has played in this crisis. In 2015, Nawaz Sharif's government declared neutrality in this crisis, And recently, Prime Minister Imran Khan has offered mediation between Iran and Saudi Arabia and has said that Pakistan will take no part in the conflicts outside its territory. In the end, we would like to say that the Yemen crisis provide a unique opportunity to bring sectarian divide on political table of Muslim world and eradicate sectarianism from Islamic world once and for all. Once Yemen crisis is over, all other proxy wars between Saudi Arabia and Iran will automatically stop. And the ambition is to move gradually towards more substantive negotiation involving all the stakeholders from Yemeni society as well as from Saudi Arabia and Iran. If you liked the video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon.